Marie de Medici didn't marry for love. She married for debt collection. At the time, France owed the Medici family a mountain of silver. King Henry IV was broke, so why not marry the bank? And Marie? She came with a dowry so huge it could refinance a kingdom. The French king married her partly to pay back a whopping 1.17 million écus he owed her father. She brought another 600,000 écus in cash, plus the prestige of being a Medici. French courtiers called her La Grosse Banquière, the big banker. And no, it wasn't a compliment. But despite the financial lifeline she threw Henry, the marriage was a royal mess. Henry IV never really loved her. She was a queen by contract, not affection, and he made sure she knew it, parading his mistresses around like prized livestock. His current favorite, Catherine Henriette de Balzac d'Entraigues, loathed Marie and mocked her openly. Henry had even promised to marry her after the death of his previous mistress, Gabrielle d'Estrées. Marie? She fumed. Jealous? Absolutely. But more than that, she was sidelined, dismissed, treated like royal wallpaper. Meanwhile, Marie was out here trying to act like a queen and getting no credit for it. Despite producing 6 children, including a long-awaited male heir, Louis, she was still denied basic things like proper funding for her household. She was married, rich, and queen, but treated like a glorified baby machine. It took her 10 years and relentless nagging just to get crowned Queen of France. And when she finally got her coronation in May 1610, King Henry IV was assassinated the very next day. Let that sink in. One day she's finally a crowned queen, the next she's a widowed regent. Now Marie had power, real power. As queen regent, she ruled France on behalf of her young son, Louis XIII. But she didn't do it alone. Enter Concino Concini, her Italian bestie and rumored puppet master, who suddenly became a powerful court figure. And the court hated it. People saw her as a foreigner, manipulated by other foreigners, and Concini as an opportunist who'd never fought a single battle but was suddenly made Marshal of France. Louis XIII grew up watching his mother call the shots, and he wasn't impressed. Despite being old enough to be king, he had barely any real power. So in 1617, at age 16, he staged a palace coup with his favorite, the Duc de Lens. Concini was assassinated. Marie? Exiled to the Château de Blois. Just like that, her power was gone. Her own son literally overthrew her. But Marie de Medici wasn't the type to retire quietly. In 1619, at 43 years old, the Queen Mother escaped from her chateau prison using a rope ladder. Picture it. Royal robes, 40 meters of wall, and a queen on a mission. She rallied the nobles, launched a civil war, and turned it into the War of the Mother and the Son. The first peace treaty, thanks, Richelieu, brought her back into the political fold. But Sis wasn't done stirring the pot. She launched another round of rebellion before finally getting defeated by Louis at the Battle of Pont-de-Sceaux. And yet, again, Louis forgave her. Because even royal boys know, don't mess with your mother. Eventually, Richelieu rose to real power and brought Marie fully back into court life. She even helped design her stunning Luxembourg Palace in Paris. But in 1630, Marie made one last power move. She tried to oust Richelieu in what became known as the infamous Day of the Dupes. The plan backfired hard. Louis XIII sided with Richelieu over his own mother again, and Marie was exiled once more, this time for good. She spent her final years in Cologne, where she died in 1642, backstabbed by her husband, betrayed by her son, and still out here scaling walls and launching wars. Marie was no passive queen. She was a one-woman royal saga.